Hi. So this is the business model proposed by the Secret Garden Sanctuary. The title has been chosen on purpose to be vague so that the business can morph through the decades. It is a tax-exempt nonprofit. The mission is Americans of diverse socioeconomic levels will receive the best practice biopsychosocial, mind, body, brain, and education-oriented outpatient healthcare as possible. The business goals are longevity and sustainability, 2, practitioner independence and unification, and 3, non-competitive, supportive environmental environment among the practitioners. It is a mixed business structure for multiple reasons. It's a nonprofit and for-profit companies. The purpose is to meet the business goals, all of them. So the nonprofit is BRSGS, is the Byrd-Rider Secret Garden Sanctuary, is the umbrella company. And then the for-profit companies fall underneath the nonprofit and pay the nonprofit rents. And that's how the nonprofit makes money, besides receiving other donations and volunteer work. So the problem, why I've set it up like this, is the main problem is most wellness centers and integrated healthcare facilities do not survive. Why? Their business models are to blame. The traditional models are unable to meet the business goals, as stated here, and the business goals of BRSGS are based on fixing faults witnessed in the traditional model failures. So here's an example of BRSGS as the parent company. This is Byrd-Rider Healthcare, which is a for-profit company that I own. It would pay rent to BRSGS to participate in the company. A virtual psychotherapy center would pay less rent to be part of this because they have a virtual presence. Those amounts would be decided by the board of directors. So why a nonprofit parent? Well, the benefits are tax-exempt donations and tax-exempt revenues, volunteer access, free programs, income-based subsidies, trust, loyalty, and transparency that comes with a nonprofit, governing voluntary board of directors. It has grant receiving capabilities, and the parent company unifies and stabilizes the client's journey because they are the brand and will remain the brand as the for-profit companies come and go. So BRSGS, it receives volunteers, grants, community donations, equipment donations. It receives rent from the for-profit businesses and hopefully a property and building donation as well. And that's how it survives. But what it gives back to the for-profit companies, the people that work there, it gives marketing PR, comes out of its budget, the tax exemptions for the donors, some mutually used equipment amongst the for-profits, rental space for the for-profits, unified front desk workers that the for-profits utilize, unified store within the facility is paid for by the BRSGS, the workers that work there. The teacher's salary for free community programs. So if one of the for-profits wants to run a free program for the community, the nonprofit will pay the salary of the teacher so they can continue to offer those free programs without putting their business out of business, basically, which has happened in the past. So non-salaried board of directors, and then there's a salaried executive team. So there will be employees for BRSGS, and then a sliding scale for client grants for-profit success. So people that can't afford to participate in one of the for-profits events or even treatments, there is a sliding scale, kind of a grant scholarship program for underprivileged people that's provided by BRSGS. That's what they do with their funds. The other great things is nonprofits would become a mediator between the for-profit companies. the board would, provides and monitors a fair bartering system between the for-profits. Like teachers can earn brownie points from other for-profits and then redeem them for either money or payback teaching. It provides the foundational support for the for-profits to support one another when BRSGS benefits. All of the for-profits benefit. So that encourages the for-profits to really support events going on with BRSGS because they eventually will benefit from that, from a piece of that. It also ensures the longevity, sustainability, loyalty, and transparency of the model's brand because nonprofits must have these. Then no one owns the nonprofit, so no one can sell it, and the nonprofits can change with the decades. So as new companies come into play with new research, the old for-profits may fall away because their information is obsolete, and new for-profits can be plugged in to keep the system sustainable and up to date and progressive. It only requires, the only requirement of a nonprofit is that the mission must be followed. It doesn't have to continue to do a certain thing. It just has to stay consistent with its mission. So why multiple for-profit businesses as well? Well, a for-profit has benefits to the people who own it. One is they can own it for the rest of their lives and always have an income. They can't get fired if they own the business. And it also promotes motivation for that person. It motivates owners and streamlines their services and keeps their services competitive because they have to. In for-profit world, you have to be competitive or you will be replaced. You will become obsolete. It encourages for-profits to run and have pride in their own businesses. And ownership motivates product promotion and personal performance and investment. For-profit also allows businesses to be added and subtracted according to the community needs and teacher access. So when this model moves to another community, they can plug in the for-profit companies that are available to them in that community, and it personalizes their branch or their chapter of BRSGS. So the model is reproducible yet unique to each community. The client's user journal is cohesive experience because the experience is BRSGS. The building sign and branding for the facility belongs to BRSGS. The initial phone calls filter through the BRSGS front desk employee, unifying the user experience. Again, the website is branded to BRSGS with portals for the for-profit businesses and shared appointment booking capabilities for the BRSGS front desk, and the for-profits also unifies them. One store for all the for-profits unifies them as well, and that makes the cohesive experience. So if one for-profit has items in the store, they're barcoded and the sale goes to them. The special events and retreats, the board of directors will approve the special events to be cohesive to the mission. It has to meet those standards. And then the event space rent goes to BRSGS. It's another form of income. The amount of rent is based on the number of attendees at that event, and that encourages the for-profits to help promote the special events, because if they get their people to attend as well, BRSGS makes more money because the income is based on attendance. And eventually that trickles back down to the for-profits and to the employees of the facility, which again benefits the for-profits. The for-profits benefit in many ways from the increased BRSGS income. They have more equipment, they have a better space, they have teacher subsidies that they can use and tap into, and they have client subsidies, so that supports their clients in continuing to do treatments with that for-profit company. This is just a decor page of what the facility will look like. It's basically tranquil and spa-like. And that is the end of the presentation. Thanks for listening. Bye. I'm Dr. Kim Byrd-Rider, physical therapist. Bye.